Howdy, howdy, everybody. As I have had a busy morning walking so far, still got a ways to walk too. We're almost at the end of Harley Road. Since this is my third mud bog I fell into, I thought it's a teachable moment. Why not talk about it? For anyone that constantly goes off about how people that are like walking about and well, they just need a job, they just need a job. Let me ask you something right quick, because this is how I get back and forth into town. And since the good people of Cottersville, Harley have not seen fit to take care of their roadways properly, down to about that marker on this cane, down to about that marker, was just mud pit. Just solid ice sank in. Let me show you something. Tell me where a place that I could work at would be that I could walk around and leave red Georgia clay stains everywhere I go. Because, again, that it's in the shoe now. My shoe has become one with the earth. And that's pretty cool for someone like me that just takes in the trails, picks up garbage, tries to maintain a walkable trail. But it's difficult when I'm basically combated by construction crews and builders in general that don't think about the prolonged exposure to the place. So instead, they just leave shit muddy and nasty. And for the record, I'm not blaming the crews on this one because they're doing their best. I'm blaming the bosses that either don't hire enough crews or don't think about the fucking aftermath and just leave shit open-ended. They'll put a traffic cone over a 40-foot drop in a hole, but they won't, throw out some straw on top of all that mud and clay they left for us to hike through. Similar to, they'll come down through here, chew all this beautiful forestry way, instead of, strategically making sure none of the invasives like the kudzu and the poison oak move in. They just leave it. What you can hope for is an earthen wall that they'll never come to pick up. Like I said, y'all, some of it is on us. Some of it is on the hikers and the move-abouters. If you see something, say something, try to pick it up, try to help out where you can, and I do. But I also see when I'm being fought against and it feels almost personal sometimes, It's just, it's a hard fight, y'all. Why make the job of the cleanup crew harder? Just a little bit of straw. Just a little bit of straw. Just leave enough of a walkway that people can actually walk through without having to choose. Do I play tango with traffic? Or do I walk through the mud that's about knee deep and gonna eat my shoes? Like I said, and I get it for some people. Oh, that's hilarious watching that dude stumble and fumble around in the mud. Ha, 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 ha. My day of working out in the soggy wetness suddenly got a little bit better. But here's a tip, y'all. If you ain't gonna give the bum flopping around trying to walk through your shithole at least a fucking tip or an applause or a, hey, we appreciate the show, maybe make it walkable and passable. Now, I could say, oh, well, I'll call the city and and all the city don't give a shit. Let's get through all the bullshit. I'm not a fucking Karen. I don't care. Except for the fact that I and at least 3 other people that I don't know. Look at that. Bolt strawberry. We got a few growing in here. Oh. So at least some of them survived. But yeah, y'all, it's the lack of awareness, the lack of caring that starts to get to you after a while, The fact that you could easily make the life of other people so much better just by choosing to do something a little less greedy. And most people would rather just be assholes. And I don't understand it. Similar to, I don't understand why people go to gyms and become gym rats. Not as a negative term there, just you live at the gym, you work out at the gym, you do everything at the gym, you live on protein shakes. My brothers, could you imagine what good you could be doing trail clearing? Or helping out in your public park? Or building up your community? Could you imagine the thing you could be doing if you weren't locked in a gym doing 400 brainless reps to try to make your biceps a little bit bigger so maybe daddy will love you again? I don't know. Maybe that's my issue. I just hope y'all have a wonderful day. I'm about to continue along this well-maintained Georgia trail we got heading into town, because the other option, well, y'all have seen the other option. There's about a half foot up along. And being this early in the morning and in the slight sprinkling rain, I don't trust my fellow Georgians to maintain their lane, for good reason. But alright, y'all, be good, take care, try to clean up after yourselves on the trail, and again, try to leave the place just a little bit better than you found it, eh? Ain't that supposed to be the lesson we take from it? Leave it just a little bit better than we found it. Also, I thought I'd show some people, because I've heard people bitch about ponchos. This is why I wear a hat. Because now, as the wind flaps about and fucks with it, it stays in place. You don't need a brimmer for this to work. A baseball cap will do, just as long as it can tuck under and onto your forehead, like that there. There you go, bit of practical knowledge with all the bitching. Y'all be, oh, another bit of practical knowledge. If you get sucked into a mud puddle, don't panic, don't try to jump out. Get one leg or a staff affixed outside of the mud puddle. Remove your foot from the shoe like you're doing a kick, and then move your hip. Place your foot somewhere, and yes, it might be a little ewy because ew, wet ground, wet sock, but go ahead and place that foot well, and then reach over and rip your shoe out the mud, because you're going to want that later. We still have at least 15, probably about 5-10 miles. I think we got the worst of the big piece behind us. We probably got at least 5-10 miles left to go. And then we'll be picking up some food and hiking home. Y'all be good, and I'll try to get back later today if anything else inspires or pisses off. Ain't that a pretty river? Made out of runoff. Should be rich asshole runoff from the neighborhood they're supposedly putting in. Remember, y'all, be safe out here. Leave it better than you found it. Be good. We love you. Take care.